Well, I'm back again with another message, just 1 week after our last message. Now the date today is June the 30th. It is Sunday evening at 6:35 p.m. That's in Toogoom, Queensland, Australia. I'll also, at the end of this message, I'll read what was happening in both Sydney and Toogoom overhead at the instant that this message was given. Now, I received it at 1:45 p.m. However, it was just 5 minutes after midnight that the message was given. So, hi Ash. Now, if I must explain that if I struggle, it's because I'm having difficulty reading my writing. So if I hesitate, that's the reason why. It's in another one of my diaries that this is a very thick one. Hi Ash, I have a new message. Last night at 12:05 a.m. I was called to the kingdom. This time it was only Ezekiel who greeted me. However, when I went through the gate, his size was colossal, as were the other angels to the side of the gate. I had never seen him this large before. He gradually reduced in size, but was still around 12 feet tall. He invited me to follow him to the Garden of Eden. We walked up the steps of the palace and towards the area where the angels unfold their strategies for earth. I immediately saw Yah, surrounded by angels, and they were all around 12 feet tall. He looked up and smiled at me. He reduced down to my size to greet me. He then said, "Tell my darling Asherah that I love her, and let all of my sons and daughters know that I love them." With that, he went back to the strategy table to resume discussions. Ezekiel and I made our way to Eden once again, sat at a wooden picnic table on a bench seat beneath an apple tree. He said to remind the children of God that the apple does not fall far from the tree. Ezekiel then told me that the times ahead would have more turmoil, chaos, and upheaval, starting in Europe, then North America, and other areas of the world. There will be more innocent blood spilled, but it must be this way. We are reminded that we are protected and that no matter what is happening around us, we are to stay tethered to the Father. And we will find our way through on the path toward home. Our faith will be tested in the coming times, but we are to engage with our angels to guide us through the chaos. It is time for the sons and daughters of the Father to rise. Use love, joy, and laughter to stay anchored. Now, I just thought I'd explain what does it mean the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? Well, scripturally, we're talking about you will know them by their fruit. So, and the last time that this message was conveyed, immediately within 24 hours, there was the apple not falling far from the tree that was a test. All right, now the star overhead at 12:05 a.m., that's Tugum time. Now this is in Sydney, where Yah's rebirth location. It was YBS numbered 6960, and it rose at 16:16 and set at 7:44 a.m. So it was risen for 928 minutes. Now, specifically too, at that instant in time, it was Julian Day 491.08681. So I look at the 4910, which I know is specifically pointing to Yahweh. I'll get there in a moment. However, the star 6960 risen over Sydney, in Hebrew 928, is trouble and terror. It's from Isaiah 65:23. They shall not labour in vain, nor bring forth for trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. So that's a reassurance to Yahweh's children. However, in Greek, and it's found 12 times, there has been a theme of 12, both in this message, 12 feet tall. I will have been in this house 12 years in July, so the month coming. And in Greek, the word is torment, pain, toss, vex, and toil. In Hebrew, going to the star number 6960, in Hebrew it is found 49 times, and it is wait, look, wait for, found in Isaiah 64:3. When thou didst terrible things which we looked not for, thou comest down, the mountains flowed down at thy presence. Yes, and that pertains to a particular message a few days ago that, all confirming to me a literal flip of the switch to do with power. Now in Greek, 696, there's no 6960 in the Greek, but it's silver, and as you know, silver is intimately related with Yah and his revelation. But it's found in Revelation 18:12. There's the 12 again, also 18 has been a theme, particularly this day. The merchants of gold and silver, 696, and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thyine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble. And if you go over to the Revelation to continue in that, it's about Babylon fallen. Now the Julian day 4910 in Hebrew is Marshall, Yah's verse, and the word spelt Marshall, it means to rule, ruler, dominion, governor, reign, have power. In Greek, it is to feast with or entertain together. Now, the other part of the Julian day, 868, in the Greek concordance, 868 is found within Hebrews 3:12. Hello, a simple gematria for Brian Leonard Golightly-Marshall. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living God. And 868 is the word departing. And finishing the Julian day with 1 is Alpha and Father. 868 in Hebrew, though, is the word hire or reward. but it's found in the hire of a harlot, or 2, of idolatrous Israel, Jerusalem. Now, 6960 over Sydney, rising at 1616, means instantly. And Hebrew 1616, that's in Greek, but Hebrew 1616 is stranger, found 87 times, alien, sojourner. What's happened within the nations is through the migration into Europe and the other nations are strangers, aliens. Alien simply means from a foreign country. But biblically, talking about strangers, it means that people not of our own ilk, if you like, strangers. And personally, I believe that there are a lot of strangers in the nations who will not remain. Now, the setting time of 7:44 is the word original or primeval, meaning old, of old time, found specifically in Revelation 22, quoting, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old," 7:44, "serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Now, of course, that happened actually at the cross. The devil's been down here, Satan's been down here. The earth has been Satan's domain all this time. So in our previous message, it's talking, we were told that the perpetrators, they have to leave, they have to go, which means cast off into the abyss, never to return. And that the, I call them the dumb bunnies, if you like, the followers of these perpetrators, they get to start all over again, back to the beginning. 7:44 in Hebrew, though, is lion, found 10 times. 7:44 as the original or primeval, old, of old time, is actually found 12 times again. 10 has also been thing. Lion is found 10 times, and of course the Lion of the tribe of Judah is God himself, that's Yahweh. Now overhead, Tugum, the star was Phi, P-H-I, Greek. It's the 21st letter of the Greek alphabet. And it was risen for 833 minutes, which in Greek is palace or sheepfold. However, in Hebrew, it's my number, Asherah, which means blessed, happy, straight, and upright. So, as our messenger pointed out, it's the first time that Yah's personal messages to me have been included within the body of the message for everybody else. So, tell my sons and daughters I love them. Okay, with that, I'll let this go up and be vigilant. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You will know them by their fruit.